Okay. Once again, what we have here is a Washburn Taurus T-14 base. It's missing the nut, and this is what was on it, which is not tall enough and not thick enough to fill this spot very much. The previous owner did was super glue 2 lengths of zip tie on top of each other in order to make the nut tall enough to fit on the base. So you can see that. Terrible. It wasn't attached at all. Once I took the strings off, it just fell off. So what I have here is a black Tusk, T-U-S-Q nut from Graph Tech, and this should replace it nicely. It's the right thickness for this spot, but this little truss rod cover comes down a little too far than it should. A little farther than it should, and I can't quite get it between this cover and the fretboard. So I'm probably gonna have to cut this a little bit, shave it down, just so I can get an extra millimeter or so. After that, I have to replace these screws and all the pickups because they're disgusting. So I got some new ones. Hopefully they fit. All these are loose, all the tuning pegs, top and bottom. Well, mostly the bottom. I'm gonna make sure the neck's tight, though it does feel pretty good. After that, it's just a bunch of cleaning, restringing, intonating, getting rid of buzz, adjust the truss rod, all that fun stuff. Okay, so I guess we should start with the picks, the dental stuff, so I can... Man, these look rather clean. This gets rid of the gunk on the side of the frets. You know, at least these frets aren't sharp. This was purchased at a pawn shop, and it was used immediately to record a few song demos. And then the owner moved here, so it kind of just sat for a while. Oh, these are bad down here. Well, it is a bass, so I'd expect the lower frets to be worse. It's just like little green flakes, green dust. I'm gonna try to do this filming and streaming every time I work on a guitar now, just so I can get a bunch of content on my YouTube page, and if people are questionable about my technique or business or anything like that, they can go and look for themselves. So I am going to have to trim that plastic bit, and hopefully to do that without wrecking it. So I'm probably going to either take a Dremel to it or like rub it on some sandpaper or something like that. This needs to be trimmed. There's like a little bump, a little burr on this. Just want it to hug up against the fretboard, but I still have to knock that off like a nail file. Okay, fret polishing. If you watch my other streams, you'll know that this takes forever. We are using Music Nomad Frine fret polish. Happy Labor Day, by the way. Looking good, looking good. And you want to bring some life into your guitar? Polish the frets and oil the fretboard. And it's just like, wow. Alright, nice shiny frets everywhere. Running out of stuff to talk about. Now, fretboard oiling. This is my dad's favorite part. This just makes the wood look so good. Boy, this is really dry up here. Okay. So here's our nut. And I'm gonna just file this little... There's a little bump here. Oh, that fixed that. Beautiful. Let's see if I can flatten this a little bit or something. There's like some real old glue on it. I just want to give a little bit more of a grip for it to attach to. I should probably get something to clamp it on, huh? Okay. Got a couple. Wonderful. Okay, so in the meantime, why don't we swap out these screws? I'm also switching them to chrome so they match the rest of the hardware here. While these are out, I should be able to access the sides of the pickups to clean them. Oh, yeah, look at that. Clean guitar is a happy guitar, you know? Yeah, they're fine. They are perfectly fine. Sweet. I like they have like a larger head on them. All clean. Beautiful new screws. Ugly old screws. Well, obviously needs more time, but I think it's safe to put strings on it. You know, I did bring a Dremel here, so I could do this heavy-duty style. Heck yeah! I can use tools! Oh, perfect! I nailed it, people. Look at that. Okay, so now I gotta see if the neck's tight. I gotta tighten these. I should clean this a little bit. And then we'll put strings on it. Just very slightly loose. Really nothing to complain about. Yeah, this needs some help. Now for the tool. I ain't going anywhere now. A little more cleaning and then strings. Contact lubrication, alright. Music Nomad, tune it. Tune it. Ernie Ball Hybrid Slinky. If you play in standard, I don't know why you'd get any other string. This is it. Why get regular Slinky when you can get hybrid and be good for more than one tuning, just in case, you know? This is what I use on my two 4-string basses. Start with the big boy. Boy, that nut is holding steady. Awesome. You know what? Let's do the highest one next. That is some nasty action. Wow, it really needs a truss rod adjustment. Okay, let's do this properly. I'm gonna get the actual things, which is just a capo and a business card. So the actual things aren't exactly so super fancy. If you feel there's too much stress, you better stop and take it to a luthier, because you do not want to break your truss rod. Why is this such a pain on every guitar? That might be as far as I can get it, because I don't want to mess this up. Next would be action. Start by lowering them a bunch. Let's go 1, 2, 3 turns. This truss rod is just not helping. It might just be broken. We're looking for buzz. So there's the action. And boy is it weird seeing the curvature in the neck like that. I really think this truss rod's just broken. I mean, it'll be playable. It won't be comfortable, but it'll be playable. Intonation. That's moving these saddles either this way or this way to make sure that this note matches what's played on the 12. Should be the same note, just a full octave. So this is making sure the string is in tune with itself. Alright, you're intonated. Okay, now just for cleaning. Final clean and polish. Okay, now for polish. Repaired the nut, replaced the screws, set it up as best we could with the messed up truss rod. Done. Washburn Taurus T-14. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.